hear, didn't even know at that time that Mr. Siaga was Tabana.
What?
It was late. I said, I'm telling you, I'm 77.
And you didn't know that, Albert?
I did. Is that last week in your opening monologue, you speak about conference.
About what?
Conference.
Which conference?
What conference used to be like that.
Oh, yes, political annual conferences.
That's correct.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you that the old lady of Old Ropewood has not changed. We have 3-day conference, 2-day private session, where we break up into workshop of different areas, and then we have the presentation after that, and then we have the public session. So we have not changed from what you know when you were there. And those private sessions can be very heated when you come out of workshop and presentation. So we remain the same.
Those private sessions on Friday and Saturday continue?
Friday and Saturday.
Continue?
Continue.
Oh.
Continue. We had it in the indoor sports center this year.
Okay, good.
Right? And
I stand corrected.
It can be very heated.
As debates are usually.
Right. Where you challenge the leader, you challenge anybody. Because you know that people from the floor, once you're a delegate, you are free to speak.
Yes.
So we have not changed.
Okay, good.
All right?
Yes, I stand corrected.
Yeah. Next one, Sir Cliff, as I hear you now call. I did not want to speak on this point, but somebody, one of my labor friends, sent me a tape yesterday of a conversation they had with somebody, Remark Golding. No, I don't know, Sir Cliff. When you were a part of us, My Leader Born Yah was a song, and it explained our achievement, which most of us benefit from. I think including the Prime Minister benefit from some of those achievements. Like, for instance, on Bar Standard Day Again. I'm one of those who benefit from it. And a lot of things in the song. So the song was really to expose our achievement to the public at large. So I cannot understand how all of a sudden it become a racist song.
No, Albert, you're wrong on that. You're wrong on that.
All right, tell me where I'm wrong.
Yeah, and I lived through that history. Yes? Yeah. That song was not only crafted to showcase and popularize the myriad of social reforms of the first term of the Manley administration between 72 and 76.
Yeah.
It went further than that. One of the big themes was to play upon the racism that My Leader Born Yah was directed at the opposition leader then, Edward Siaga, let me finish. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Who assumed leadership of the Labour Party in 1974. This song was written and produced just before the December 76 general elections, hotly contested general elections, when the PNP fought those elections on the platform of democratic socialism. And it wasn't about an election about economic advancement, but, as I said, myriad of far-reaching social reforms. So you're correct in that sense. But it's undeniable, sir, undeniable, comrade, that the title of the song, the words in the song, was directed at painting Edward Siaga as a white man who was not born in Jamaica. Yes? And that was the beginning of the race-based attacks against Edward Siaga. That's undeniable.
Okay, can you tell me which tract, which verse in this song that have anything about race?
My Leader Born Yah.
Yeah.
You want me to go further than that?
No, is that a race?
And if you're being honest, Albert, and I'm going to, Can you find that song for me, please? Yes, can you find it for me, please? Albert, if you are being honest, yeah.
Cliff, I
Let,
was one of those up until
let me
today. Jump to
finish.
that music.
The
And
the song
in,
the song
hmm
encapsulated the push against Siaga's color in '76. There's no doubt about that. It not
well,
only demonstrated the reforms, no bastard, no there again, yeah, maternity leave, yeah, for women,
took them with the microdam.
microdam, all of those.
Yeah. Was
And
against Siaga.
no, those were messages for the general population, but it
Yeah.
targeted Siaga, yeah, with the very name of the song. Because
Well,
what it was saying, Michael Manley Born Yah,
yeah.
Siaga no Born Yah. And this was in a climate when the politics of the PNP at the time was to nail Siaga and paint him in the eyes of the public. That him is not one of us.
Well, Sir Hughes,
Yes, Sir Albert.
I guess people see what they want to see. But
But if you are fair,
I listen to you.
sure.
I listen to you. Right. I was around, and I did not even know at that time. And I'm brutally honest to you.
Albert, I was at the time 14 years old, and I was beginning from age 12, second form,
Yeah.
becoming very conscious, and started in the politics from 74 as a 12-year-old boy. Yes? And I cannot forget when we did Julius Caesar in third form, and my literature teacher, Lilith Deacon, still alive today, bless her soul, forever. Yeah? And we were making the parallels in studying Shakespeare's Julius Caesar and what was happening in Jamaica at the time. This would have been 76, 77. Yeah? We were not only learning literature, but we were learning politics at the time. And that was one of the central themes. How we had seen.
And we used that same song in 1980, right?
And still today.
Well, I know. And did we lose
And
the
still
election in
today.
1980? Did we lose the election? So the same man that we said never born and is a white man, did he become prime minister in 1980 for 9 years?
Yes, he did. What's the point?
So therefore, give it to you your way, and I will think about what I went through. And as I said,
But I'm surprised,
honestly,
though.
and if you do a poll,
Yes.
I'm sure that you will never get most people accept any racism until after in the 90s.
Really?
Yes.
No. That's your view.
And I hold to that. But I will say to you, Mr. Cliff, I'm not going down any race war because they sent me a video last night of a white man, I lick him chest, say, my leader born and mother born and are the best prime minister. Probably is a British citizen too. But I'm not going down that road.
you have gone down that road.
No, I say to you, and I was one of the persons who begged Mark Golding to run. I said, that was my last general election because I'm getting old. But if you're going to run, I will support you. We did not elect a Mark Golding because of his skin color. We elect him because of his integrity and all the other things that we see in him. He does not have any control over his skin color. And all
None of
the
us
things that
do.
he had control over.
None of us
and
do.
I hear you condemn Mr. Warmington last week. So let us move on that.
Okay, sir. I'm really surprised that a long-standing activist like Albert was not aware that part of the messaging in this hugely popular song, hugely popular, I think it crossed frankly, the political divide, and has survived up until today as possibly the most popular political song made in Jamaican political history. Yeah? And at the time, it was at the height of the ideological struggle. Yeah? Michael Manley and the PNP had declared themselves democratic socialist. Seaga had become leader of the Jamaican Labour Party in 74. And going into the 76 general election, it was violent, it was bloody, it was intense. Yes? And the PNP from then felt they had an advantage in the fact that Seaga was not born in Jamaica. He was born in Boston, in the United States of America, came to Jamaica as a toddler, and they used it against him. And they used it for decades against him. Yeah? So I see someone saying, here, Edgar Gordon Cliff, when P.J. Patterson said it was black man time, was that a racist remark? Yeah? And that is why this issue of Mark Golding's skin color, yeah, runs so deep and touches so much of a raw nerve, because a lot of people know the extent to which the PNP used the race card against Edward Seaga. That's an undeniable fact, and we're not going to make progress if we do not acknowledge that. And as Dr. Abram said last week or this week, the PNP should apologize, should accept that it did wrong. And before they can begin to say, listen, what Warmington and others are saying is simply unacceptable and wrong. Yeah. Let's listen to this song by Neville Martin, I think it is, yes.